Hey guys, Tales of Tuam here, and we're back with another session of
My strike. Oh
Strike
no.
for Strike
Yes,
Force
strike Force
Zeta.
Zeta.
Alright, good. So, last time on Strike Force Zeta, what happened?
Okay. So, I got summoned by my goddess for her to let me know that I am being bestowed a trial to prove my worth. Also, Kitty was there for some reason. And she had told me to fuck shit up, so I fucked shit up. When I came back to the realm of man, there was a T-Rex sitting there waiting for us. But right after I left, Kitty stayed for a secret girl-to-girl talk with my goddess, and my goddess apparently really wants the kitty girl to fuck me, because she called her a cock sleeve, and kitty girl's like, yeah, you know what, you're probably right. And now kitty girl a cock sleeve. But then a T-Rex just kind of came crashing into our campsite. We brought it down handedly. It wasn't even hard. It almost one-shot. Oh, wait, it did one-shot me. But then I made it my bitch anyways, because why not? Ayala Silverwood, she was there too, I think. And then we ended the session having a great nap.
Okay.
I reconnected with my goddess, we said hi, shook hands, fucked, and that was that.
No, you didn't.
Aww.
Anyways, I've added your deity now to the slideshow. Hopefully it shows up.
Woman.
Anyways, so, as you all sleep, you awaken. And you get the feeling the journey is about to begin. I believe it is still the vestiges of winter, right? It is still, I believe, winter at this point.
It is the beginning of spring.
Beginning of spring,
Yeah.
thank you. Okay. As you awaken to the sound of very present rainfall, whoosh, lightning and thunder strike. Thunder strike. I'm gonna reroll the dice shot, by the way.
Damn it! I was waiting until we actually started doing something that I was gonna remind you of. Zal has got his a claw stretched upwards, blocking the rain from his eyes while he's staring upwards. Some things never change. Or
Oh, never changes. Get-
yes, I know. That's what I was referencing. Are you all ready to move out?
You want some T-Rex fillet? No.
What?
Yes.
I'm standing over a fire with a bunch of like T-Rex meat fillets. While you guys were napping, I cooked up some of the T-Rex meat that I filleted. You want some?
I would not be opposed. To the
He's
victor goes
delicious.
spoils after.
All right, well here you are. Have some you too as well.
Nom 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 nom.
Zal takes a large piece of the meat and just kind of drops it in his mouth and swallows it.
Pause.
Aww. Aww.
Anyways, so, as you guys begin to eat breakfast, pack up your belongings, lightning strikes. You know you have about, I believe it was the first day of journey that got you here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You know you have about, I believe it was 13 more days of travel to get to Zol's homeland, if he recalls the path.
That if sounds very dangerous.
So.
Oh.
Go ahead. I'm leaving roleplay up to you, and you can tell me when we move on.
Alright, so where are we supposed to go? Are we going to your tribe, or are we trying to get to the center of the island where the meteor fell?
It has only been a day. Was the damage to your head more severe than expected?
It's been like 2 days actually. You got the day of travel to get here, and then you had like a whole day of like eat, sleep, rest, wake up because you know the fight with the T-Rex. So it's been 2 days.
It's been a day since the fight with the T-Rex.
Yes, it's been. Sorry, my bad. I misunderstood.
Yeah, I didn't even get to finish my sentence, so whatever. Let's just continue on.
All right.
Oh, he went strange. Whatever. I guess we're going to the lizard home. We should stop by any ruins we see on the way. Theolin mentioned that uncovering secrets of the island is also a secondary objective of ours. So if we happen to, I don't know, find an abandoned building or so, let's take the time to explore it, yeah?
I don't have a problem with that.
Zal.
80 Mondias, yeah.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm done then. I'm done with the ERP.
ERP what?
No, the RP. Like
Ah.
Warplane.
Yes. Is there anything else your character wants to do, or do you just want to say yeah, yeah, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Is there anything your character wants to do before you leave this ancient temple?
She would cast Animal Messenger and would inform and put in a message to inform Thalen of this temple and where it is.
Okay, remind me what Animal Messenger does.
It's just
Um,
messaging for the bug.
It's
Sending.
basically it's sending, but with a range limit.
What's the range limit?
If I get a small flying creature, it's 50 miles, and if I get any other animal, it's 25 miles, because the animal needs to physically travel that distance.
Okay, which kind of animal you want to take?
Yeah, what kind of tiny beast is around me?
There are. I mean, make a perception check.
Alright, my perception is this.
If I know what you're doing, I'll give you the help action.
You don't.
Dirty 20?
Actually, you guys have traveled together. I'll give it to you.
Roll again, guess you get
Alright.
inch.
Still a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I mean, it has to be small, right?
It has to be tiny.
Tiny. That's like, what, a foot or less?
That's like a squirrel.
Yeah. Okay. You do see what seems to be. Let's see here. Yeah. You do see what seems to be about a foot or smaller. You're not sure. Creature on one of these trees, and as you begin to approach, you could see this like, end of proboscis to end of like, back, or end of butt, a foot-long mosquito on one of these trees, just flapping its wings as you approach.
Then I'm gonna cast the spell, I guess, and leave it off with the message. Okay, the message would be, "Hey Theolin, we found a temple, a pretty significant temple, I think." And then I would say where it is from the camp.
You are not leading the charge. I would like a survival check from you.
You good dance.
19.
19. You have a rough estimate. And the mosquito buzzes off. It'll probably be killed in camp.
Let's just hope he gets to stay on first.
Let's hope. Roll D100 for me.
God damn it. Do I want high or low?
You don't know.
10. Let's hope it was so low.
So, as you send this creature off, you meet back up with Zal and Ayla. As you guys look towards the forest.
Well then, they have nothing else to do.
Isa, lead the charge.
I led it all last night. Why don't one of you lead this time?
Alright, just tell me the rough direction we're going?
It's directly forward, into the jungle. Into the heart of the jungle, exactly.
Alright
I'll
then.
let you go if you veer too far off course.
Alright then, let's go. As Katrina
Okay.
would take charge.
I would like to know, one more time, just asking here. You guys are headed towards your people, right, Zal? Or are you headed to the heart of the jungle?
We're heading to the heart of the jungle.
Okay, good to know. Thank you. That changes the amount of time it'll take to get there. Okay. So, beginning to head the charge. Katrina,
Yep.
are you leading this group stealthily, or are you leading this group with purpose? Stealthily will take more time to get there, but with purpose, it'll take less time. It's just you're less stealthy.
You know what? Stealthily, and I'm gonna cast Passive or Trace.
Okay. So what would that? I would say what's 10 plus your stealth scores plus another 10, guys.
So 20 plus stealth, 25.
And if you have disadvantage due to armor, you have a -5 to it.
24.
So it's a plus 10? Or
A plus 20. We're doing a passive, which is 10 plus the 10 plus whatever your bonus is. But if you have heavy armor on, like plate mail, it'd be -5.
yeah, okay. So it's a 23 minus 5, so an 18.
18. Okay. So what is all those added up?
24, 25, that's 49, plus 18, that's
67. 67 divided by 3 is 23. Okay. Your group passive stealth is 23. Someone mark that down, please. Damn, you guys are fucking stealthy. The fucking large alligator, too.
yeah.
Anyways.
Hey, it's Passive for Trace.
Mm-hmm. That's true. So, as you guys begin to move through the jungle, you're not making as much pace as you were the first day of your trek with Zal leading. But Zal is keeping you on track, and like you start to veer a little bit and you come back on track. Roll a D100 for me, Katrina.
Yo.
88.
Okay.
I love the jungle.
Roll a D8 for me.
At least it's not in the ridiculous, stupid, dangerous things.
I'd just say that.
6.
Okay.
Damn.
So it's not that one, it's this one. Okay. Roll 1d10.
Oh god. Come on. A 1. A 1. A 4.
So, as you guys travel through the forest on this rainy, stormy day, lightning strikes a tree to your left, but that keeps you hidden a bit more. As you begin to get towards the bushes, I need to see your passive perceptions here. Where are they? Hold on. I don't need you guys telling me because I can figure it out, but strike Force Zeta, there it is. Katrina, you are the first to hear it as your ears pick it up, but then Ayla hears it almost immediately afterwards. Both of you hear this like buzzing sound of wings or something, and you start to hear the sound of music being hummed off in the distance. It's not directly in front of you, but it's kind of in your path. Maybe you're unsure which direction at the moment. Both you make, well, if you wanted to try and ascertain which direction it would be in the realm of where you're going, you can make a survival check.
Okay, survival.
And this is all happening at once. Like, you hear it, and then your ears pick up, like, which direction it's coming from. So this isn't something you can, like, guidance yourself on. Sorry, not survival. I'm fucking retarded. Perception check.
And you said yes to guidance?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I said you cannot.
Okay, 24.
That's good.
Ayala? Do you want to try or no?
14.
It's hard to tell with the noise, Ayala, but you, Kibbity, can hear it. Like, your left ear twitches a bit, and you can hear it. It's like in front of you. You're not sure how far away, probably within the next few hundred feet. And it's to your left a little bit, so yeah, you know that.
Hey, Zal?
What?
Are there like any notable creatures that you know of that fly and sing?
I raised my eyebrow. There were stories back in the village of monsters that would carry off youth into the jungle, but monsters that sing?
Make a survival or history check for me, please, Zal. With advantage. This is your homeland, after all.
It's a good history. Oh, they're both the same. Doesn't matter, but still history. God. 18.
18. Anything that makes noise in this forest intentionally or unintentionally, like,
Once
and
you come
can
to it.
fly, wants you to come to it, and it's best to avoid it. You know of a few creatures that do lull people in. Like, you even heard on some of your hunts when you spent the night out hunting, the screams of people calling for help, and the older individuals of your group told you not to go. It is deceptive for most creatures. It's best not to interact with that kind of thing, but you're unsure what it may be specifically, because there's a few things that can fly and do make like a humming noise or something like that.
The jungle is much like the deep ocean. Sometimes there are monsters that have certain lures to draw the more intelligent creatures to them, so they can be devoured. If it is true you hear singing and humming, it is best we change course.
Right, then let's continue. So we would continue to lead them, but in a trajectory that specifically avoids the origin of the humming.
Okay. Alright. Roll a D100 for me, Kibbity.
God. 70.
Good enough, thank you. As you guys continue throughout the day, you pass by the humming. Before that, actually, give me a second. Okay, so that would be... Okay. You pass by the humming. As you guys look to your left through like a few bushes and trees, steering clear of it to an extent, you do see like small like moving lights in the steep forest. As you continue past it, I'll say Zol because you have the lowest technical passive stealth here. You snap a small twig and you see all four of these lights like stop moving for a second. They seem to Go ahead.
It's a small twig to me, but it's like half a fucking log.
Yeah. Yeah. Just.
It stepped on a twig.
Meanwhile, they all stop and then they start to fan out to like search the area. I would now like an active stealth check from you all. So anybody with disadvantage rolls with disadvantage, but you still have pass without trace. I'll say you have pass without trace for the full day.
That's a +10, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So a d20 plus 10 plus your stealth score.
Alright, I rolled
roll.
insane.
Yeah.
I rolled a 30.
I also rolled a 30.
And I'm spending one to roll.
Get 30, Gish.
Yes.
You got lower.
Okay, baby. Quick, hide on my penis.
What?
I
can
guess
shield
I
you.
spent two more. If this is lower again, I just leave it.
There
Nat
you go,
20,
guys.
hey.
There you
So-
go.
As you step on the log, you all realize you've been made and like almost been made. And you watch as like Ayala just like grabs like a bit of fawn leaves, grabs a little bit of honey, like smears it across herself, puts the fawn leaves, and basically disappears into bark for a second. Kibbity, you see this, you're like, okay, I'm gonna do that too. You take some of the leaves, you put it against your skin, and it immediately irritates. Like, poison ivy! You throw it to the ground, and like you step on a fucking twig and like trip and fall into like a small bed of ivy that just falls back on top of you. Not poison ivy, but ivy, as you just are now hidden. Meanwhile, Zal, you just look around, find the biggest tree, and step behind it.
Can't you say like fucking like full claw into it and just like scurry up the tree like a fucking lizard?
Sure thing, yeah. You into the tree. You guys watch as one of these small lights begins to flutter in to the area around you. And those with a passive perception of 15 or higher, I would say.
Kill me.
And the cat.
And me.
Both watch as you see like this small, beautiful humanoid fey creature with floppy ears to the left and right, and these wings and these like small, what's it called, clothing made of leaves and small bits of leather. Seems to come through and looks around, and like she seems to go up to one little place, look through some bushes. She comes right up to you, Kibbity, but doesn't see you, and flies away for a second. She goes, "Hello? Anyone there?" Well, actually, did any of you speak Sylvan?
I believe I do. Yes, I do.
You both do?
Both of you?
Do you do it as well, Cora?
No. If I had an option for a language, I probably would have taken Sylvan, but I did not.
So you two hear, "Hello? Anyone there? Hello? Help? Please?"
Am I still hidden from it?
Yes, you all are still hidden. Actually, I'll make
It's
a
not-
fucking... I didn't make a perception check yet, but we'll see.
Do I
Ooh, that's actually a
recognize-
pretty good fucking... Give me a second, I need to pull up the stats here.
You rolled a 30, a 30, and a nat 20 for a 35.
Yeah, I know. It's not gonna beat you, but I want to just see what it rolled.
I'm so happy I rolled a double nat 17. I needed that too.
You did.
Crocodiles can fucking leak, dude. Look at the fucking airtime that motherfucker gets.
I know.
Man, it would have rolled 23 naturally. That's so good, though. But yeah, it does not seem to notice any of you.
Do I recognize this creature?
Make an Arcana check with advantage. Ayla, what are you
Right.
doing?
This does not require any verbal, somatic, or material shit to do. My, as a Monster Slayer Ranger, I have a thing I can do called Hunter Sense, and I can use an action to choose one creature within 60 feet of me.
Mhm.
I assume it's within 60 feet.
Yes.
I learn its damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. However, if it's hidden from divination magic, I sense it has none.
Okay.
What I want to learn is, if I can, its vulnerabilities.
Vulnerabilities. It has none.
From up in the tree, I would like to look down at this little creature.
You just see,
And-
you just see like a floating ball of light with wings. That's all you see specifically.
Yeah, that's why I was going to use my spyglass
Okay.
of light X-ray, and I'm gonna cast detect magic as well.
Okay.
Try to like whisper it.
You begin to like, and you see this small floating creature, Fey-ish, as I've described it. You do sense a sense of just drifting natural magics. There's no magic like that it's giving off, aside from like the dust that's falling off it a bit. What did you roll, Gesh, for yours? Also, you see that she's naked because of the light X-ray. But yeah, Gesh, what did you roll?
14.
14. You do recognize this creature. This is a pixie or fairy. You're not sure exactly which one. You also immediately recognize this creature, Zal, as a pixie.
Was it calling help? Was it calling for help in Sylvan? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yes, it was. Zal, you know these are mostly peaceful. There are some that are not. It really depends on which band or group of pixies you find in these woods. Your kind tend to stay clear of them because they are fey and they're kind of hard to understand.
Yeah, most of my tribe are fucking idiots.
Yeah. But they are known to be passive, aggressive, or helpful. It just depends on who you meet.
Normally, I'd be suspicious of this thing if it was calling out for help in common, as if it was trying to like lure someone. But if it was calling out help in Sylvan, it might have actually wanted help.
Make a perception check for me, Zal, if you don't mind.
I can't speak Sylvan, so...
I know, but make a perception check for me.
Okay. 12.
Never mind.
I got that. I am gonna use inspiration. Fuck you.
Okay, sure.
Let's go. I got 18.
As you like stare at this creature, because you can see like its underwear basically and past its clothing, you could also see not only just based on the face, but the body as well. You could see the ribs. The skin is pulled tight. This creature is very emaciated at the moment.
Hungry fairy could be a dangerous fairy, though.
Yeah, true. Meanwhile, what are you two doing? As he's like getting this information right now.
Okay, so I know this is either a pixie and a fairy.
It's like floating right above you, Kibdi, yeah.
And I think my character would also know that pixies and fairies are mostly good-willing creatures, at least outside of this continent.
They're
Right.
tricksters.
The fuck is a sensor?
They're tricksters, but they're good, yes.
Ah, goddammit, give me a second, I need to roll a d20.
Does the Kingdom of Treefloor have pixies?
Kingdom of Treefloor does have pixies and fairies. Pixies are more, I believe, specifically, let me check. Yes, the pixies of Tuam are more of the, like, wild kind of fairies. That's kind of how I differentiate between them. So they're more, like, natural creatures. They don't really interact much with, like... They're more the druid groves, but they can come to contact with civilization every so often. But the fairies are the most civilized and, like, studied archonically creatures. Pixies are more so, like... blah blah, natural magics.
I say we eat it to gain its power.
There are some in Treefloor, but they're mostly fairies in Treefloor. And I would say you would know because you have traveled to Kibdi's Grove before. Kibdi's Grove does have these creatures. These are pixies.
Yeah, I have no reason not to make myself known.
Fireball! No.
So
Yes.
I'm
You saw the 2-ton crocodile man scurry up a tree as if he was running for his life. Are you sure you want to reveal yourself?
That is a good point, but Katrina knows of pixies and knows that they are mostly very peaceful.
In your land. You're wise enough to
Yeah.
know that this is an untapped land that has been decimated for billions of years, probably. And since then, has been ruled by monsters and other creatures. It is a strange land you are not aware of. It might not follow your general rulings, but you're not sure. It has called out for help.
Yeah, and yeah, I am gonna make myself known to it.
So, Ayla, as you're wondering what you should do here, you watch as Katrina comes up from the ivy and looks up towards the creature and shouts out to it. Well, not shouts out, but says to it.
What do you need help with?
The pixie immediately looks down. Meteor swarm? No, imagine.
It would kill itself.
No, it wouldn't. It's actually a Trask disguise.
Push to Pollenworth.
I mean...
Aww.
Don't give him ideas.
There's a Taras somewhere on this island. We gotta be careful. There's the legend.
Anyways.
There it is.
But she looks down and she like flies down and lands on your shoulder, Katrina, or like right next to you, and goes, "There was someone. I found someone. Good." And you can see like she's sweating heavily. I'm gonna roll con save.
I'm gonna look around for any other fairies that might have noticed her.
Okay.
Or any other creatures that might be coming up on us, but mostly for fairies.
Make a perception check.
May I have advantage because of my spyglass?
Sure thing.
Or-
Also, she got some nice perky ones, even though she is emaciated. Just so you're aware.
Aww.
Of course.
For a fairy, she's like what, an inch tall?
Yeah, there'd be like.
She would be. I would say she would be about half a foot, so 6 inches tall.
6 inches tall. Let's see.
I'm still pretty sure that his dick is thicker than she is tall.
Remember, guys.
Yeah, 12 of her would be
Is
able
that fairy lubricant?
to. That's not gonna help much.
No,
It will.
I
got
don't
an
think
18.
it's that good.
I rolled an 18.
18. I'll get to you in a second, Sal. Katrina. She immediately, like, as she's fluttering, her wings stop and she just hits the ground.
I catch her.
Alright, you catch her, and you can see she's breathing heavily. Make a medicine check for me. Meanwhile, Zal, as this is happening, Ayala, what are you doing?
I can speak Sylvan, so I understood that she seemed relieved. So I guess I will sort of reveal myself stepping out from the tree bark, making it seem like I just appeared out of nowhere. I'll cast Goodberry, and I'll attempt to feed the fairy one of the berries.
Okay. Gesh, would you roll your medicine check?
11.
Okay.
I got a net 2 and then a net 3.
You could tell
God
that
damn
she's
it.
definitely emaciated, and that's causing weakness. Meanwhile, Zal, as they're starting to feed the pixie or fairy or whatever you want to call it, and you're like looking out for other people, you do see like 2 of the other pixies. Let me see. Okay. Okay, 2 of the other pixies are still like looking around the area after that loud noise. But you do see one starting to approach where this pixie came into your area, and it's like.
It's squeaking at me.
Yeah, it's squeaking, trying to like get the attention of its other one that it doesn't know where it is at the moment.
What does it look like?
As she starts to fly in, unlike the pixie that you've seen, which had like a blue glow kind of like orb around it, this one has a yellow orb around it. She has a bit darker skin. She's more dark elf in appearance than like green skin like the other one, or pale skin like the other one was. She looks like a dark elf, but in pixie form. She has the floppy ears to the side, the dark brown skin, yellow eyes, and white flowing hair as she comes floating in.
Get me out.
Meanwhile, you two.
Yeah.
As you push the berry into her mouth and force her to chew and swallow, she eventually opens her eyes. Thank you! And she, like, sits up. Hello there. Apologies.
No worries. Do you feel better now?
Yeah, I feel good. For the moment, do you think, I can have my friends get some berries too? He like points over, and you guys can see another one starting to float into the proximity.
I have 10, so I suppose. How many do you have?
We have 4 on us right now, but we do have a small village not too far off, but we can't go back right now.
Why?
And she like looks over towards the other one who now floats over and lands on your hand, Katrina. She like goes over to the other one. She goes, Mariana, what are you doing? And she like shakes her on the shoulders. We can't just talk to strangers like this. We don't know who's in the forest. They gave me a berry. Oh, they got food? Can I have one? This is dark elf one.
Fine, but what's in your village that scares you so?
She looks over to Mariana, like with a look of, why the fuck did you tell them that? And Mariana goes, it's not in the village. And the dark elf one, shh. It's not in the village. It's what's missing from the village.
And that is?
Do you mind if I call my friends over to make sure we're all together?
Fine.
Yeah, go on.
She pulls out a tiny war horn.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
So adorable.
You guys are gonna get
Aw.
cannibalized by a fucking horde of fairies. I can't wait.
But the other two come flying over. There's a red glowing one and a pink glowing one, and they land. All females, by the way.
Take out each and every one. Gotta make sure they don't have any weapons on them, of course.
The only dark elf one seems to be the one that was coming here. By the way, did you guys get her name? Mariana.
No.
Okay.
I'll
I'll
okay.
spell it. Mariana. M-A-I.
Oh, hold on, wait.
The fuck? What did I just click? That's odd. M-A-I.
R-I.
Alright.
A.
Hey.
No, sorry. Before the A is an apostrophe.
Apostrophe A.
N-A.
N-A.
E-Y-O-P-Q-R-S-T. No. That's the original pixie you guys came across. And they seem to like look at each other and like start to under their breaths. But you guys have high passive perception, so you guys hear. Should we tell them? I mean, they're giving us food, right? Yeah, they're giving us food. We should tell them. Seriana. And you see the dark elf is named Seriana. S-E-R. I. Apostrophe.
A-N-A.
Y.
Oh.
O.
Oh.
N.
Oh.
A-H.
Oh! I'm gonna bust.
I think considering they're probably all standing on my hands, we can hear them very clearly.
Yeah, you can hear them. And you speak Sylvan. And you see they're having like a small council. And the dark elf like turns around. I assume you hand them the berries, right?
Yeah. I have 10, so I can give them 4 and still have 6.
Well, you can give them 3, I'll say. Because the other one doesn't need one at the moment.
Yeah.
Well, recently, an artifact that protects our village has been stolen. We don't know what happened to it. And our headmistress, our leader, our queen, if you will, went out to seek it, and she hasn't returned. We were sent as a scouting party to go find her. We were sent with, I think, 6 others, but we couldn't. We kind of lost track of each other. We split off for a second, and we can't find them, our queen, or any signs of them at all.
Oh, that's terrible.
Can I cook them?
Katrina, a word.
Yes?
I look back at them. I look back at Katrina.
The 4 of them fly to a
do you
nearby
s-
branch.
Yeah.
Looking art.
Katrina, if we can convince Zal to maybe help these fairies, it might behoove us to do so. After all, if we can convince this fairy village to ally themselves with Phelan and our group that have started to gather by the shores of this island continent, well, having allies is better than none, and especially pixies and fairies who know the topography and geography of this jungle very well. And we're not too far from the village either, so trade is something that could actually be feasible.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should convince Zal once they come down from the tree. And if we can, send a message to Thalen, letting him know, after, of course, we're done with this, about this potential boon of ours.
Yeah, well, all we need to do is convince all now.
Zal,
I
by the
just
way,
need-
as you're up there, they have a beautiful I'm fine with you. Continue.
Funny that the big crocodile man is
Even
the one
respectful.
who is hiding like a scaredy cat, isn't it?
Anyways, why don't you talk to the fairies? You have a much more gentle disposition than I do. And I'll climb up the tree and get to Zal.
Yeah, well, get to Zal. Just become fairies.
And I will climb the tree. I have a climbing speed of 35 feet, so I can get to him eventually.
The instant I see her starting to climb the tree, I'll just slide my way down using my claws as like a kind of
no.
a.
He's about to
Yeah.
Mario flagpole you.
I am gonna Mario flagpole her.
Right
I
up
will
the
get
ass.
out of the way.
Ooh!
Huh?
I'll go down the side of the fucking tree so I don't crush her underneath my body weight.
You're using your nails to like mountain climb down, or are you just scraping down the tree?
Like scraping down the tree, yeah.
Making loud noise as your claws just drag through the tree bark.
It's not that loud. Trees don't make a lot of noise unless they fall.
We'll see about that. Oh, that's actually okay. We rolled you 100. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. No, I'm fucking with you. You're
Yes.
good. You're good. Anyways. No, go ahead. I was just saying anyways, continue.
Okay. That's like hitting the base of the tree. No need to go all the way up, Ayla. So
Oh.
you decided to ignore my warning entirely then. As they like
Well-
look over at Katrina.
Well, Katrina was the one who did so, but they seem friendly. And besides, there seems to be an opportune boon for us. He might not care, but the many ships and people that came along with us have started setting up themselves along the coast of this
I'm
island
aware
continent.
I was there.
I know, but I'm explaining further the context of our decision. Anyways,
Have you ever killed an anglerfish before?
yes.
They lure their prey with pieces of light. Fairies
I-
are no different. I don't trust them.
You may not trust them. The fairies here are probably different from the fairies that I know, but the fairies from Treefloor are not malicious. Pranksters, maybe, but they will not harm us directly. I'm not sure if the same is here, or whether or not you're just superstitious. But regardless, they seem to be genuinely in need of help, and Katrina seems to agree. We're considering helping them as a means of providing an ally to our people who have come here.
If you want to help them, then I won't say no. But do not expect me to come after and save you once they butcher you and devour you.
Well,
I'll
if
let
they
the
butchered
people
and
know what
devoured.
happened to your carcass. Don't worry.
If they happen to butcher and devour us, I'm not sure we could be saved.
I've seen people come back from worse. The healers from my home village are quite miraculous. They have to be in the jungle. But enough of that. I'm going to go introduce myself. They wouldn't happen to speak common, would they? Or Aquan?
I'm actually unsure. I haven't actually asked them. Katrina's still down there.
Let's go say hi. So I start walking forward.
Okay. The two of you approach the fairies, and like 3 of the fairies immediately hide behind the dark elf one. And she goes,
No, he looks scary, but he's actually very nice.
I'm here to kill and rape you. No,
"What? I'm recording this, motherfucker."
I forgot about that. But also, so we should be like almost 30 minutes into the video.
No one's gonna watch it yet. Imagine someone skips to that part specifically.
Dude, I'd be devastated.
Can't
That-
stop.
That'd be so funny.
Not really, but yeah. Anyways, but as you say that and like you give like a small toothy smile, Zal,
Staring down at them.
the fairies look to you, Katrina. Make a persuasion check.
I said you do not have proficiency in that.
Can I give them the help action because I gave them berries and I'm with Zal?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yay.
Guess you don't have any bonus at all to it?
Dirty 20. I do. I still have my natural 16 charisma, but I just don't have proficiency.
I'm gonna give you a reroll. Actually, no. What you roll? What you roll in the dice?
17.
I'm gonna buy you the 19.
Alright, that would be a total of 22.
Yes,
Don't tell me that was the DC.
that was the DC. So I gotta get rid of those inspirations. I gotta get rid of 5. So give me 1 second here. Edit message. So as you look towards them, the fairies like look towards each other, and they look back to you. Fuck, I forgot what I named her already.
NPCs.
Yeah. Seriana looks towards you and goes, the dark elf one, by the way, goes, apologies, we've just recently come across one of his kinds that was not so kind. Specifically coming towards the village, on our way out.
Wait. There was one of my kind here. This far out in the jungle?
Yeah. Is that straight?
What business could it possible? Yes, we don't normally travel this far away from our home village. There is strength in numbers. Even with how big we are, there is a reason we do not travel alone.
Maybe he's not part of your village.
Like, could be an exile, or perhaps an enemy tribe. What were the markings on his body? Did he have it?
We couldn't really see much of him. He just had black scales, green eyes. He wore a lot of robes and vines and vegetation. He held a large gnarled staff and was strange. So when we tried to see if we should approach him by playing little tricks on him, he reacted a little bit more hostily. So we just gave him a wide berth. But he seemed interested in the area around our village for some reason.
I guess. No, I can't. We're not heading there. Don't worry. You have nothing to fear from me. As long as you don't try any of those little tricks on me, we won't have anything to fear of each other.
What?
I said as long as you don't try any of those tricks on me, we won't have anything to fear from each other.
Oh, I thought you said we won't have anything to fear but to love each other.
Oh.
Yeah, get over here.
Well, actually, she's already gonna fly up bravely and stand on your snout and put 2 fingers out and go, "Don't worry, you seem friendly." She's gonna boop you on the snout and then fly off.
She booped the snoot.
As she boops me on the snoot and runs off, the little lizard guy runs up from my shoulder onto my nose and boops it itself, and then runs back.
By the way, I would say the only one who notices, because you guys are also making sure you're paying attention to your surroundings, would be Katrina with the highest passive perception here. The dark elf does wink at the big alligator man. Make me a charisma saving throw, Kibbity.
Huh? Huh?
Make me
Oh
a
no.
Make me a charisma saving throw, Kibbity.
WB. 8.
Is straight.
That bitch trying to steal your man.
Oh.
God. She kind of does like a slight glare at the dark elf.
So then, me and my compatriots had a bit of a misunderstanding. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to clear up that misunderstanding.
Okay.
Although it is going to... Sorry, I had to fucking slap a mosquito out of the way. Although it is going to require me to get...
You guys just watch like this 3-foot mosquito comes towards your group, and fucking Zal just
Slaps it away.
continue.
I said, although it's going to require you to get a bit closer. Because they've got to be within a certain feet of for Zone of Truth.
Everyone's within, I'd say, 15 feet of you.
Okay, yeah, that's... Oh, wait. No, it's 15 feet I can cast around, and it's a 60-foot... No, it's a 60-foot area around, and it's a 15-foot radius, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could cast it up to 60 feet away, and it's a 15-foot radial sphere, so 30
Alright.
feet in diameter.
Okay. I'm going to cast Zone of Truth. For I will know if you fail, or if you succeed. But if you try to resist my magic, I'll know you have something to hide. As he raises his claw and, like, snaps it. Like you would snap a finger, but instead of a snap, you see, like, a spark come out of his claws as I cast Zone of Truth around them.
The forest itself like wiggles a bit, and you swear you hear the faintest what sounds like the beat of drums. And as you all open like your eyes after the snap goes off and the spark like catches you, you find yourself in this small little jungle area. A small brazier in the center upon a raised dais altar. In this energy passing over you. I need everyone who's not immediately failing to make a charisma saving throw.
I am willingly failing.
Hey, Ella.
I mean, I guess I'll try just to see.
If you get a net 1 and next time you
10.
You can't immediately... Yeah, you fail. The fairies automatically fail, too. They're not hiding anything. Well,
Alright.
to your knowledge.
Zone of Truth automatically allows me to know if they succeed or fail. As long as I know they fail, that's fine.
Yeah. But you guys find yourself in this, like, small pocket dimension, almost. Boom, 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 boom. And you can hear spectral war drums beating around you, and they all stop. As if waiting, as the silence of the forest pierces through.
Welcome to my little world. My piece of paradise, as I like to call it. Home away from home. My Arnka. No, never mind. My Eden. Never mind. And now then, for questioning, I would like each of you fairies to come up to the brazier and answer a single question I have. Will you purposefully, or non-purposefully, willingly, be hostile to me or my group?
You see the dark elf goes up and, like, looks towards you and goes, "The only reason I would be hostile to your group would be if you became hostile to us or endangered us to the point in any way that we would need to do so."
That is of no matter. Unless ordered by my goddess, I have no reason to harm any of you. Even your trivial pranks would most likely only end up with a broken wing or two. Nothing deadly.
The other three fairies come up and say a similar thing, basically. Basically, as long as you don't fuck with them, you get the feeling you're neutral at the moment with them, Zal. But everyone else seems to be a little bit friendly. So, you guys get the feeling the relationship is somewhat on strange terms of friends, but like you just met.
Allies.
Yes.
Yeah,
allies.
we can say we learned that after I learned that after like a couple of questions.
Yeah. Is there any other specific questions you would like to ask them?
Only one.
You say to the DM.
Yeah, I said
He
I
says
I figured that was like
imminent.
her asking. Like anything else you want to ask us? And I say only one. Like any other question you want to ask?
Go ahead.
To your knowledge, does anyone in your village would they want to harm us?
I don't know the answer to that question. Possibly not. I don't know, to be honest with you.
Let me phrase it differently then. As long as we show no hostile intent, will anyone from your village, to your knowledge, show hostile intent?
Just some tricks, but no hostile intent. No.
That is acceptable. Well, while we're playing truth or truth, you two have any questions you'd like asked? Or would you like to ask anything yourselves, Faye?
I can think of a few questions for them, but you two first.
I don't really have anything at the moment.
If we were to help with whatever problem you seem to be facing, how likely is it that you would be willing to have your civilization form something similar to an alliance with ours?
Well, we would have to meet, the others of your group. If you have an entire civilization, it's not just you three. Unless you're looking to repopulate a civilization. And, like, she's saying this, like, digging her toe into the ground, looking at Zal. She goes, anyways, but I assume it's more than you, right?
Yes, we can discuss the details later, but it is much more than just us.
We would need to meet the others, then. Before we can
That would be
discuss.
acceptable. Thank you. That's the one question I had.
Kibbity?
Yeah, I said that I have
You said
no...
no.
Yeah.
I
You
will
don't have any questions about like maybe if a couple of Fae would like to stay in a grove if you create it or something?
Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna ask exactly that.
Go ahead and word it for me, Gash.
I am planning to create a grove on this continent, a druid grove. Would any of you be interested to stay there?
You see the dark elf like look at you and go, You're a druid? You use natural magics, right?
Yes. Do.
Oh, that would be interesting. You would need to talk to the queen about something like that, but maybe we could have our village be part of that. We would need to find the queen first and talk to her. But yes, I would be interested. Possibly.
All right. Sounds wonderful.
You grit your teeth at this piece of shit tramp.
Oh my god. Now then, our questions are out of the way. Do you have any you would like to ask us?
You already answered the question I had for them. They were gonna ask fucking about the primal magic they felt wafting off of Kibbity.
Oh.
If I cast Speak with Animals, can I talk to them?
No.
Because I just realized I don't speak Sylvan. So
I
have they
will
been speaking
say-
common, or...?
I will say you've been having translations from your friends here.
Okay. Or you could say that, like, we've had, my tribe has had dealings with Fae in the past, so I can just have this Sylvan language. It's gonna be a bitch to learn. It's up to you.
I'll say roll a d100 for me. Because your tribe tries to stay clear of them.
Yeah, we do try to stay clear. Helpful Fae or helpful Fae.
Actually,
86.
your mother's a Sylvan, huh? Imagine. But no, I'll say you could have.
Never mind, it's okay.
I'll say 85 was a DC. So yes, you can have the Sylvan language.
Thank you.
Whether you got that from interrogating a prisoner, having dealings, or both those, or possibly, let's say, your
No,
mother's a pixie, your choice.
The whole point of my character was supposed to be like the intelligent crocodile man, going out of his way to learn anything and everything he can.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways.
yeah, maybe I learned it from a book.
Yeah, maybe you learned it from a book that you came across. Who knows?
Yeah, the
but,
book I'm reading my fucking art. Sorry, good.
Yeah. But I'll say sure, you know Sylvan. You're like, oh wait, no, I do know this language. You don't know the like intricacies of it, so you're like,
Yeah. I could still very easily be tricked into a contract if worded
Yeah.
properly.
It's
can I
basically
have
like
your name? Imagine.
May I have your name? Yes, it's
Yeah, sure, if you can spell it.
Oh my
That's a good way to
God.
get out of that.
Yeah.
It is.
Jalfura Valkaritornath. The K is silent.
Which one?
Anyways,
All of them.
Anyways, as your zone of truth fades and you're back in the forest, what are you guys doing?
For the time being, I'll trust you. If you'd like, I can tell you we're exhausted. You can use me as a sort of stand-in for a perch. Gerald already does, so you might as well too.
Army.
No, you are not getting on. I specifically told you that interacting with them could be dangerous, yet you decided to ignore my warning entirely.
Well, you said whatever has done this might be dangerous, but these are pixies.
Might be dangerous in the jungle means might be deadly. You ignored my warning and put us all in grave danger. For now, you can walk.
So, all the
Sorry.
pixies are going to use you as a perch and have a little picnic on your back with the last good berries they have.
Gerald finds them.
They're also going to be like sleeping on you and whatnot. But yeah.
Really, none of them are gonna sleep on the fluffy hair.
No.
Yeah, that's their vacation home.
Oh, I thought you were saying they can't go to you because it's a punishment.
No, I said they can. I
thought Zal was saying that. My bad. No, I'll say two of them go to. Actually, no, I'd say all of them stay on Zal. Sure. He's got the most like handholds. The hair is hard to hold on to without pulling it on you. You know.
I mean, to be totally honest, if they stay up on top of me, nothing from the jungle floor is gonna get them. I'm fucking tall as shit.
Yeah, and they know that. Anyways,
Gotta stay away from my snacky bits.
so are you guys
Yep.
going to follow what the pixies are looking into at the moment, or are you just going to continue towards the center of the island?
Just ignore them entirely. Yep, they're along for the ride now. What are they gonna do when we put him in a jar and bring him with us?
No.
Mr. Zal, if we could possibly find any of the other fairies that came along with us, they may have more information about our lost queen. Maybe if you keep a lookout, we could find some of them.
That sounds like a good idea.
That actually does. You two keep your eyes peeled.
You are a fae, correct?
Yes. Yes, we are Fae.
Good. All right. Give me 1 moment. If they're within 1 mile, I should be able... No, 6 miles. I should be able to sense them. I'm going to expend a ranger slot to do primeval awareness.
For Fae?
Nice.
Yes.
Or does it do all of it? I forget.
It detects all.
It does all of them.
Okay.
But
Remind
I'm
me
looking
which ones
specifically
it is,
for Fae.
please. Remind me which ones it is.
Aberrations.
Okay. You feel a few of those.
Celestials.
You feel one of those.
Right next to you.
Dragons.
No, I'm fucking. You don't feel any of the first ones. Dragons. You feel a slight presence from Zal, but you also feel specifically a large presence to the west.
Oh, maybe we should stay away from the west. Dragons. Elementals.
You feel a heavy elemental magic all around you. You also sense a few elementals just in the immediate few thousand feet from you.
Some mud, earth elemental.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Vine elementals. They just
Fae.
keep going boom, 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 boom. Fae. You sense the
Yeah.
fairies. You sense a small Fae presence from Zal himself as well. You also sense. You've probably done this in the past before, right?
Primeval awareness? Absolutely.
Okay. You sense a bit of magic that wafts off Kibity, and you've sensed this before. When she's in her element, she does waft with kind of primal Fae magic to an extent, but it's not part of her specifically. But you do sense a faded trail of probably 10 other Faes, specifically trying to focus in on the pixies, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me a perception check with advantage.
All right.
Can I tap her on the back of the head with a claw and give her?
Sure. You see
Give
her
her what?
say. You see her say okay, I'm gonna take a second. It's she closes her eyes. And you just boonk on the back of her head. Guidance.
Yeah, I see her starting to focus a bit. I'm like, here you go.
You just put
I'm
it
also
right up
gonna
the pussy.
guidance.
Oh,
Oh,
Hmm?
guidance can be given. On.
I allow stacking of
You
guidance.
roll the die before or after making the ability check. Yeah.
Yeah.
So roll
Right,
another
sort of
d4.
like that.
Wait. Yeah. You're casting guidance too, Kibity? Okay.
Yeah.
18. You sense 6 of these Fae presences, most of which have diminished. There is one that is still present. You assume maybe they've died or have passed out or have lost consciousness or have been just destroyed or maybe altered in their planar travels. You're unsure what has happened to the others, but you can sense one that is definitely still alive, to your knowledge.
all right. There's 2 more if you want to go over them.
Go ahead.
Fiends.
You do sense about in the 6-mile radius one
Yeah.
fiendish radiance to the northeast.
And undead.
Undead.
There you are.
There are quite a few.
Oh boy.
And even using this primeval awareness, you just release it, and you almost start to hyperventilate with how much information you're getting and how little you are seeing. You get
Yeah.
the feeling there are ruins that you should be able to see that you cannot see. There are things underground, most likely, that you probably can't even sense with your primeval awareness. There are a lot of things pinging on your radar, and you're just oh my goodness, I cannot see any of this.
That's exciting. Alright, we might want to hurry. I managed to sense 6 Fayish presences, probably the pixies. Most of them are diminished. Either they're unconscious, dead, or otherwise incapacitated. One of them is still alive.
Wait. In what direction?
The one that's still alive?
Yeah.
It's west.
Of this west.
No!
It is due west.
I believe you guys started on the eastern beach, right? That's what I stated?
We did.
Okay, good. Because you guys, by the way, the way towards the center of the island is west still.
Yeah, we started. I don't know where we started on the island exactly. I've written 5 years after the solstice, far south of the Angelic Islands.
So you started on a southeastern beach. You've been heading kind of northwestish here.
It is west.
Okay.
That is where that ferry has been headed. We must be careful. There's with my awareness, I was able to also sense the presence of dragon.
West side. About how many miles?
It's within 6. I couldn't get an exact estimate.
6 miles. I think 6 miles west of this location.
Make a history check, Sal.
15.
That within 6 miles, you would know within about 5-ish miles of here is when the jungle area here begins to head kind of towards a small swampy region with like mangrove trees and actual like bogs of swamp that you can walk through and whatnot.
No.
Mm-hmm. It's not the entire forest, it's just a small portion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand. Within 5 miles, there's a small marsh that connects to the lands. Do you think the dragon and the fae might be in the same area? Or simply a coincidence?
It's possible. I'm uncertain.
That sounds just great.
With the life force of the fae, how long do you think they would have?
You would have to ask our friends here.
Wake up. I like jiggle my shoulders.
The dark elf wakes up. Yeah.
We have information we believe to be regarding some of your fellow bearers
Oh,
west of here
did you find them? Are they good? Are they alive?
right now.
Okay, good. Wait, that means they're in danger.
They are. There's one strong fae. Not strong, but I was able to track 6 of the faes. 5 of them seem to. They fade away. They're either unconscious, otherwise incapacitated, or. Well, worst case scenario. But, what might be the case is that one of them is gone due west, but I've also sensed the presence of dragon.
Fantastic.
Well, we don't have time to waste, do we?
No, I suppose we don't.
All right. Well, let's get through this forest a bit faster. And they are going to. Well, she's going to wake up her friends, 2 of her friends, and they are going to look towards you both. And they, all 3 of them, are going to cast on. Actually, they know that you're a druid. I'm going to say she wakes up one of her other friends, and her and we'll go with the 2 named ones. They're both going to cast Polymorph on Zal and Ayla.
Probably more for me.
Yeah. And they're going to turn you into... we can go through this area fast. They're going to turn you into parrots.
God damn it.
Hell yeah.
I can't transform into flying creatures. God damn it.
You can turn into a monkey.
Did they polymorph Gerald? If they don't polymorph Gerald, I'm not going. I can hold Gerald in my claws, it's fine.
Yeah. Gerald will, like, scurry up your back.
Classic Gerald.
Actually, no, he gets smaller to fit on you, in fact, actually, I'll say. But yeah. Actually, you know what? No, they don't... They know that you could transform, but they don't know how powerful you are, so they're still gonna, like, cast it on you, too. I'll say they wake up 2 others. So, the 2 named, and then one of the other ones, polymorph the 3 of you, climb onto your backs. The 4th one, like, climbs onto Zal's, because Zal's is a bigger parrot for some reason. And...
Wouldn't the flies will be more efficient?
Yeah.
Breaking through trees isn't more efficient. We might get there slightly faster.
You guys
Yeah, but
cannot
I-
talk. Your
Squawk,
intelligences
squawk,
are that of a
squawk,
parrot.
squawk.
Actually, parrots are pretty intelligent, aren't they?
Squawk, 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 squawk,
Yeah,
squawk.
no. You guys can talk. My bad. Parrots are pretty, actually pretty intelligent. So no.
Yeah, and parrots can talk.
Yeah, no, my bad. I completely forgot. So you guys are like, flying through a tree is a bit more efficient.
Yeah, they literally have mimicry.
Yeah.
Y'all want a cracker?
I thought you said something else.
Oh,
I thought you said
Yeah,
Saul
that-
hates crackers.
Well then, let's go. Oh!
let's do it. Yeah. So I started flapping away.
I hate this.
Flappy flap.
I'm back. Squawk, squawk, squawk.
As you guys begin to head in that direction. Flying towards the bog and keeping your eyes out for any fairies you may see along the way. That is where we're going to end this session of Strike Force
No!
Zeta.
I knew it.
Gay ass